What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday. Is it Thursday? Can't even remember the day now. It's April. Geez. It's August the 29th, 2019. We're here for another episode of the Shack Stream, a very special episode as we're joined by some guests from Gunfire Games. We're going to be playing some Remnant from the Ashes, and they're going to be here to talk with us about the game, play with us some, and, just have a pretty good time. As always, you can check us out on shacknews.com where you can find all the news, features, video content that's fit to talk about, fit to read. You can check out our content also for Remnant. We've got a wide amount of guides, videos to help you through with your play. We've also got a review of the game that just went up last week. This one's been a lot of fun. I've been playing it on my off time and with some work buddies and real life buddies. And if you guys aren't familiar with Remnant, I think you're going to have a good time. What you see today, it's third-person action game. It's got some of the Souls-like influence in it, but it's kind of its own thing. As I mentioned, it's from Gunfire Games. They've worked on stuff like Darksiders in the past. So if you think this may be up your alley, check it out. I've put some links here in the chat to the Steam store, as well as their Twitter page, which you can find at remnant_game. So let's jump in here and see if we can get all our audio situated.
I'm here.
All right, I'm here with Ben and Jason from Gunfire. If that's correct. Welcome, guys, to the Shack Stream.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is an exciting day for us. This is a game several of our office or staff members have been playing, having a good time with it. Now we've got the chefs from the kitchen to talk with us about the experience, and even better to jump in and play the game. You guys launched, was it early last week, I believe?
Who am I talking to, Jason or me? Yeah,
whoever had me, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we launched on the 16th for our VIP early access, which is just 4 days early, and then on the 20th, just all around. And since then, it's been pretty awesome. Just watching people play, and the response has been pretty awesome.
That's good to hear. As I mentioned on our intro here, we're going to be playing with you guys, or you're gonna you'll be jumping into the game I'm hosting. We've got one of our editors here from Shack News, David Credit. He's going to be joining, as well as been here from Gunfire to keep our group from being slaughtered over and over, probably, so we don't look like schlubs. But I'm going to see if I can get some video and audio here of the game up, and we'll get in a session and get up and rolling. If you guys have any questions in the chat, fire away. We'll see what we can do to get them answered, and hopefully show you guys a good time here.
Let's see. Yeah, I actually just got the patch on my end. It's a really small one. It only took like 2 minutes. You guys might need to get it so we can connect real quick.
Okay, so we're on the same point.
Just dropped just now, yeah.
It's a special patch for us, eh?
Yeah, it's a special patch with all the new tweaks. We can actually show those off. But yeah, it was really, really fast. It didn't have like the super long pre-allocation like we've been having before. So it should only take you a few seconds to get it.
Yep, my Steam client is already engaging.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, that'll be cool. We get to show off a couple of the new tweaks too. So
yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, mine was really quick as well. Not that I'm playing with you guys, but just wanted to test it.
Yeah, we've been working on getting this the patch process a little bit smoother, a little bit more simultaneous with all the different platforms and stuff. And so far, it's been going really well. So mine's already updated. So let me just know when yours is good, and we can go for it.
Yeah, mine's sorting itself out.
Yeah, they're getting it right now. Like mine did pre-allocation, and they're getting theirs. I think theirs is already updated, or Jason's is already updated. So I think it'll be fine.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
No problem.
Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm just working through the pre-allocation.
Yep, still downloading here as well. Almost done, Jeff.
All right, we got a question here from the chat already from Rethius asking, what's the design origin of the root?
The design origin of the root. That's a good question. I personally would probably have to ask that question as well, mostly because I'm on the gameplay team. But I would say Actually, that's a tough question. I can't even answer that one. I should have somebody come in here and answer that. I'm not the lore guy, so it's probably a bad question. But we can get it back to him. We'll get that. I'll get.
We'll
that
fire a
answer for him,
flare out
and
for the lore
I'll
team.
send it their way. Yeah, you guys got the wrong guy for the lore. You got the right guy for the gameplay.
Yeah, so how do you guys handle inter-office communication? Do you use flares, pigeons? How does that work if you need to get a hold of someone in a different department?
I think it's mostly just you pray.
Just hope.
Pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You just, man, I hope this guy that's in Wasteland, that's in a totally another world, can hear my call. I don't even know how that works. It's magic. I think you can just explain everything with magic, to be honest.
That works for me.
Everyone just has pocket world stones, and you know,
Exactly.
just, yeah.
See?
I don't know
It's one of
how
those old,
computers
like,
work,
vacuum-
so
Yeah, it's one of those old vacuum type tubes. All right, well, let me see if I can join your game. Are you back in?
I am finished my pre-allocation. I'm now in the download session. Steam
Okay.
estimates 8 seconds.
How
I'm
long?
still allocating over here too.
This is exciting gameplay.
David probably
This
has
is
a
what, this
loser
is what
hard
the
drive.
players wanted to see, baby. How long did it say yours would take?
Well, it estimated 8 seconds, but then the estimate changed. But you know how Steam is; it's not going to tell you straight up.
Yeah, mine was like 1:30, I think, so it should be pretty quick. But yeah, if you got any other questions, especially non-lore questions.
Mhm. So, did you practice shooting real trees to get an idea of what would happen in the game, like when you were in your pre-production stage?
Absolutely. Like of course, like we watch, you watch like Keanu Reeves train for John Wick, and he's out there shooting targets. We just got a bunch of guns and we went out to the forest, went wild, and thought we should make a game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Would you take any pointers from that scene in Predator where Bill Duke wastes the forest with the minigun?
Yeah. The biggest issue is with that is getting a minigun like that with about 7,000 bullets would either crash performance or just be too OP. And I think both of those options are pretty cool, but it might take a little while to get that gun in the game.
If you had a character using that gun, though, that's going to affect your ability to combat roll out of bad situations.
Oh, true. And then friendly fire is just going to be insane. But as long as our characters keep saying, I'm going to have me some fun, I think people will like it. So
yeah, you just got to keep the good vibes going up.
Yep, exactly. Let's see what else we got.
All right, my disk usage is now going through the roof as the download part is completed, so I'm waiting on it to work itself up.
Just breaking it apart. Nice.
Yeah, it's at 540 megabytes a second. I'm assuming that's good. A maximum disking.
Ben, I'm a huge Souls fan, and I kind of wonder what were some of the challenges you faced integrating Souls type gameplay, such as a lot of rolling and balancing stamina with shooter.
Well, that's a great question, and I'll tell you, it's really interesting because obviously we get that comparison a lot. We don't shy away from that comparison, but one of the biggest things that you have to keep in mind with a gun-based Souls-like is that you're always standing out of range of what most melee enemies can do, right? Obviously, we have some enemies that have ranged attacks and things like that, and that's where we spawn ads or quote unquote additional distractions to kind of take your focus away from the enemies like that. And so it's an interesting balance proposition because in Souls you're compelled to stay close. Even their lock-on range for melee is for ranged is reduced, and it just pops off after you get too far. And in our game, we have things like damage fall off, but at the end of the day, we still are shooting projectiles from range. So then when we have somebody like a Gorefist, for example, who is a melee-based boss, it's relatively easy to avoid that style of enemy when there's nothing taking your attention away. You can look at him, hey, he's running at me. Okay, I'm going to wait till he gets to me. I'm going to dodge. Hey, he doesn't have any projectiles, so I can stand up on this ledge and make him come around the staircase. Hey, no problem. So, the biggest challenge is distracting players, is giving them other things to think about, and making them kind of juggle multiple plates at the same time to be successful.
I take issue with your classification of the ads as a distraction and not terrifying sewer basketballs of pain. Or at least that was my experience with the first boss fight.
Yeah, I think a lot of people agree with you. there as well. Like some of them can be definitely scarier. All right, so I see you playing Remnant from the Ashes now.
I am now launching the client once more.
Cool. Perfect. Now you get in, shoot some trees. Things I would never thought I would say when I started working on video games.
I have to say that the animated intro for your studio logo, it's pretty fire.
I like it. It's got that cool Wild West vibe.
Mm-hmm.
We need one of those twanging guitars.
Also, your game loads so fast and doesn't make me sit through 29,000 legal screens. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Let me know when you got a game going.
To launch a session so that I am joinable and we'll get rolling.
Okay.
You guys can jump in, Chris. I'm about a quarter of the way done uploading, so I'll just join.
There we go.
All right.
There we go. Connecting. There we go.
I'm next to the giant Mike and Ike that has the GPU particles on it.
I had to do it. All right, cool. This is good. Running pretty good.
Yeah, I got smooth frame rate, everything's solid here. I am streaming from the same PC I'm playing due to having hardware swaps for reviews this week, so keep it locked down to 60. But for anybody that was wondering about the PC version, even with not world-beating hardware, I was able to get solid frame rates with these settings cranked, which is always a positive. Hopefully you're doing it justice here with this encode for our Twitch stream today.
Alicia was saying there might be a little bit of an audio game on, but I don't know. I can't read chat or anything like that, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Sounds good on my end.
Salty's saying we sound okay. We had some comments on my dope shoulder pads.
Okay. Your shoulder pad made of...
I always say that it's better to look good than to play good.
I think that's accurate, and I think there's been a lot of I don't want to say outcry, but a lot of enthusiasm about, you know, Remnant fashion, and I think that's something that we're definitely taking seriously. We want to make sure that people can look good.
Well, the look not only is different and unique, but it's functional and makes sense for the universe we're in.
True, yeah. I mean, one of the big things is that the technology, the advancement of technology stopped in the 60s, and it's, you know, 80 or so years in the future, but yeah, we lost most of the people that were doing, you know, all the technological advancements and things like that. So really, it's just about, you know, the remnants of humanity, you know, putting together what they have left to try to survive. That's why everybody looks kind of, you know, thrown together here.
There's also no magical dwarf armorer that can make you perfect, you know, plate mail and stuff like you would find in other games of the genre. Yeah, in Dark Souls, everything looks beaten down and old, and yet you're just constantly finding just really nice looking armor. As if a bunch of it fell off the back of a truck. I'm assuming behind the seams in those games, behind the rocks and the walls, there's just trucks of gear and materials someone fires them over the wall with a t-shirt gun or something.
It's like the magic cave in Shazam or something.
Yeah.
It all comes from there.
All right, Dave, you got a ETA? Is that thing moving still, or?
It's still at half, so you can go ahead and start playing, and I'll join as soon as
we can just jump in and then we'll res him once he's ready.
All right,
to go.
so we need to touch the Mike and Ike and move our way to the next area.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry for not using the correct name in the lore for what this is.
That was our work in progress title anyway. So.
All right, we're gonna travel. Do you have a specific place I should head?
Anywhere you want. You can go to return to last checkpoint if you want. Ready? Let's do it. Yeah, you could just do return to last. You could go Founder's Hideout. It's totally up to you. Your game. There you go.
I'll pick the Wailing Wood and let's go to Earth. I'm familiar with that planet.
So the evilest of trees is what you're saying. You'll see.
I'll believe anything you tell me.
Really?
Just
Nice.
about.
Nice. All right. I mean, that's a big tree. I think you should shoot it. What do you think?
Here they come!
Shoot
No,
all the
we
trees.
pissed them off now.
Yeah. See where it comes up. Oh, watch your back. He's summoning his backup here.
This is like when you say you don't like Chick-fil-A on Twitter and then all the Chick-fil-A stands attack you.
Yeah, pretty much. But then you get the Popeyes fans talking about the new chicken sandwich instead. All right, so we got it. So is this? This is bad. Okay. Wow, we got 2 of these guys. Okay, well, try to get this big guy over here. That hurt. I think shooting the tree was a mistake. Okay.
This could be the premise for Fern Gully too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is probably just a premise for Avatar. So. Alright, nice. Alright, let's get back on the evil tree. We got a knight over here. Oh, that's bad. Good old coach gun. These guys are tough. I'm gonna go set this tree on fire. You said you take more damage from fire, right? Let's see. He's got a weak spot up there at the top. Uh-oh. Nice job. We're almost there. Got a nice little item from that.
Yeah, Twisted Idol.
And increase your armor a little bit. Not too bad. All right, where do you want to head? It's your show. I'll follow you and answer questions.
Well, since I've not uncovered this part of the map that we're facing, this seems good to me.
Let's do it.
So, a lot of the team you've got here at Gunfire are, would it be fair to say, ex-Vigil team from
Yeah, I would definitely say
veterans
good
of
amount
Darksiders? So
Yeah,
I noticed
definitely.
that seeing the open world area here, I definitely am getting some vibes from the original Darksiders as far as this kind of the way things look on the outside. It's one of the things I noticed after getting past the tutorial.
Yeah, a lot of people wondered if it was if we were just playing the human side of the Darksiders lore. It's pretty funny, but no, it's totally separate. Oh, nice. That's a good little item too. Pillar of Stone.
And you guys, the same group of folks, were working on Darksiders 3 and Remnant as those were coming along. Is that how that worked out?
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole team was basically working on 2 projects. There was a nice split. There was a good amount of people working on both projects, and then some people just on one, or some people just on the other. And then once DS3 finished and all of the DLC was done, then it was finish up Remnant. And, yeah. So we need to go. Actually, let's move forward, and we'll move to the. We're at the subway here. And, we'll go spawn Kraden. Got to get to a world stone, so we can go to the subway over here. Yeah, it's interesting. The game, we the people that founded the company and people that working at Vigil way back in the day have now tried to make this game in different incarnations 3 times. We started it after DS2. Started a version of it after Darksiders 2 at THQ, and THQ thing didn't work out how everybody had hoped. So then we were at Crytek Austin. A lot of us were at Crytek Austin, and we started another game, and it was called Hunt. At the time, it was called Hunt: Horrors of the Gilded Age, and it had some striking similarities to this game, different lore and setup and things like that.
I do remember the initial reveal trailer for that years back at one of the E3s.
So it's very similar, right? And then that worked out the way it did, and it became Hunt Showdown, a different type of game. And then so now they started up in the beginning, or after about 6 or 7 other projects here. The founders had basically built the studio, put the studio together to make this game, and the time was right. That's what happened. So Remnant came out of it.
That's awesome. We had a question in chat from Burly Panda Bear asking, can you land a crit anywhere in an enemy, or must it be on a weak point?
No, those are 2 separate things. A crit is just random, right? It's based on a crit chance. And those are in yellow. If you see a yellow, and if you see a red, that's a weak spot. And weak spot is 100%. And then if you see a big red number, that's a crit and a weak spot at the same time. So you got a nice random chance, but still hit the weak spot. You do, big time damage. Let's stick together here. All right. All right. So this guy over here near me is, you can see he's dripping with oil here, and if you shoot him, he will light on fire. So now he's even harder to get with, but not too bad if you got 3. So if you melee those guys, they won't. Which is pretty cool. Oh.
So these would be the evil trees from the Fat Lighter family.
I believe so.
Yeah.
That's 100% accurate. Yeah, I mean, I personally like the take on the setting in this game. It's just interesting, to me at least, that the enemies are basically kind of like trees. And there's a reason for that, and I think more of that will become obvious as people play the game and as we do more lore and things like that. But there's definitely a reason why they look like that. So these little nodules on the ground, and they'll set enemies near it on fire. That's bad news. All right, wait till this guy gets close and we'll shoot you down.
I'm glad I also stood right next to it.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down.
We're down as we went down together like a real team.
All right, I'm gonna rage quit now.
No one would hold it against you.
All right, let's do it.
This is a demo of some of these the nice lighting effects here by our glowing Mike and Ike station. Turns the character red, glowing on all the parts it touches. Looks lovely. Sorry about that.
No,
I get distracted by the details from time to time.
The mini Mike and Ike. All right, let's see what we got here. It's one of the biggest, obviously, survival tips, I would say, in multiplayer. You actually do stick together. If you get caught out by, one of the enemies that are buffed for multiplayer, they can take you down pretty quick.
I was wondering how that worked, because I know the game is being praised for its difficulty to the point where soloing it has become a badge of honor. So I wondered kind of how you did the balance between solo and multiplayer.
That's a great question. I would say it's interesting because the game was actually balanced for solo on both normal and hard difficulty before any co-op balancing was done. And obviously, it's I don't want to say it's meant to be played co-op, but it is designed to be played co-op as well. But we want you to be able to play it either way. We want you to be able to beat the game, and enjoy the game completely by yourself, or with 2 people or 3 people. But we used the initial balancing of solo normal and solo hard to set a baseline. And then when we went into co-op, we thought, okay, well, what is a good way to do this? Do we want to just scale enemy hit point and damage way up, or do we want to adjust the intensity? And because we didn't want, at least on normal and hard, we didn't want enemies to be bullet sponges. So they don't get that much extra hit points and damage. But the intensity does go way up. You're killing more enemies. But you don't have to sit there and, fire on one enemy for too long. Just gotta be careful. That's the main thing. Alright, cool. Alright.
Yay!
Squires, thank you for showering us with those Twitter bits or Twitter nuggets. It's always appreciated.
Alright, so we're further than we were last time. This is good. This is a good start. Okay, that's a... Whoop. I'll get out. I'll get that. Nice job. I myself want to know how we got such stylish apocalypse.
You said technology stopped in the 60s, and the 60s were pretty cool.
That is true. I think there should be a Zoot suit armor set. We should get something like that.
So if in the story time had stopped in the early 90s, would we be wearing Zuba's pants and fanny packs?
We might. We might. In fact, that's probably exactly what would happen. We'd have the hammer pants, fanny packs, everything would be swatch colored, pastels. That's a whole different game. That's like the Vice City of Remnant, basically. All right, where'd those guys go? I hear them. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. This is bad. We got an elite somewhere. That sound elite somewhere. Oh, he's behind you. Nice job.
So because I didn't do any prep work and I'm garbage at my job, I got a question here asking, or assuming, is this the first big project you guys have worked on that had shooting as a focus?
As a focus? Well, I mean...
Or as a main component? Like, obviously,
I
in
would
Darksiders, there weren't a whole lot of Uzis and shotguns.
Gunfire as a studio has also done games VR. But before that, as I had mentioned at Vigil, we were working
on the
basically this version of the game, or a version of this game, and then again at Crytek we were doing a very similar thing. So we definitely had done the shooting and shooting mechanics and things like that a couple of times before. This is the first one to say is realized level.
Yeah, this for what in my first impression was your first official run at gunplay of this type, that it feels tight, good response, with mix of sound and the way the enemies take the bullets, stuff like that. Feels good.
That's good. I mean, I think the practice that the studio had on the VR titles, and obviously the people that had worked on, just gunplay in general, because there are people here that have worked on and things like that. So we pull from a lot of talented people that have done this kind of things before. These kind of things before.
Eggrolio, thank you for the subscription, and it's always appreciated. We gotta let the Twitch channel marks know that they're loved, so they'll keep talking to me. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to say marks out loud. I'm sorry, Eggroll. It's a term of endearment.
So the guy on the left is gonna. Not very fun. So if you're on fire, dodge a few times.
Yeah, do you guys have any aloe to slather on me?
Just dodge. If you're on fire, you can...
I can tactical roll my way out of it.
Yeah, you can even neutral dodge. If you don't press it, you can just hit dodge and you'll backstep. And that's actually a faster way to do it. There you go.
One of the little things I love is that you're actually rewarded for rolling through crates and bookshelves and things with scrap.
Yeah. It kind of has that Castlevania feel. Like even when I play the game in dev mode and I'm walking through an area, I can't help myself from breaking everything. I just want to break everything. Roll through everything, pick up the scrap, and all of it goes away as soon as I close the editor. I know there's something about it. It's addicting.
That's how I played Dark Souls, but there's nothing ever in the crates in that game.
Sorry for doing you dirty there by setting that guy on fire while you were battling.
That's okay. I stopped, dropped, and rolled, so we're all good. Nice.
Nope, I got backstabbed because I'm garbage.
All right, we got you. Uh-oh. What? Oh, I got lit up? That's weird. You got smoked.
It's okay. Once again, within the team, got another question here from Burly Panda Bear. Is there any particular reason you guys went there with the procedural generated maps? I don't mind it personally, but I feel as though exploring the world would have benefited from more bespoke design maps.
I mean, that's a really good question. I think part of it, and maybe a lot of it, most of it, was that we wanted it to be something that you could play through the game and then play through it again and experience it just a little bit of a different way. Right? Like, in some cases, it's easier, and in some cases, it's harder to do that type of design. Obviously, it takes a different level of thinking to make a bespoke style world, right? But in this, the way the game was designed, specifically with multiple replays in mind, and I think if we had just gone with one level or one style of level design, that it would get a little bit more. I don't want to say boring, because I play a lot of games that are like that and I love walking through the world, but I think it just lends better to this, to our vision of, hey, play through it, everything is different. The bosses can be different, the loot can be different, and the worlds can be different. I think that's the main thing.
During development, was there any thought given to the way that speedrunners may approach the game?
It's definitely something that we've thought about. And all right, hold on, there's a lot of guys.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that we've thought about, and we know speedrunners love running these types of games. And that the way it's set up now is not 100%. Hold on. 100% ideal for them, and we've talked about options to help them with that. Like perhaps eventually in the future we can enable seed sharing and things like that. We didn't do it in the beginning because we wanted people to play through the game and hey, I got this different tool. Did you fight this big guy? No, I didn't fight this big. And then I'm going to re-roll and try to get it myself. And we feel if we had that right away, it'd be really easy to just run through and get everything. And you just have the 2 or 3 seeds that you need. So, but it is something that we've talked about, and it's something we're keeping in mind because we know those types of players really love just getting through the game as fast as possible. They're already, even with the RNG, they're already getting insanely fast, which is super impressive. All right, where are we going? We're doing pretty well here, actually.
Yeah.
Almost near the end, actually. Okay.
I don't feel like a total embarrassment to all my Twitch fans. All 6 of them.
Doing great. Have a nice little trade point there. I'll go health. It's always the smart choice.
I need light.
Oh, we are at the end. Here we go. Cool.
So you seem to recognize that we were close to the end. Is every room of a level procedurally generated, or are there some bespoke pieces within the procedural generator?
Well, they're all tiles. They're definitely all tiles. When I came through, I see a little door like this, and it's lit a certain way. It's like, oh, okay, this is the end time. You know that you're coming close to the end, right? And you can look down at certain kind of like places of interest and be like, oh, this is the subway where it's on the left side. If you're looking this way, it's going to be on the left side, but it might be reversed. Sometimes the tiles are reversed, sometimes they're placed in different locations and attached to different tiles. So it gives it that unique feel every time. But
It's
yeah, you
also
definitely
not
can
full of
start collecting.
strawberry mushrooms.
What's that?
So you look in there and see it's not loaded down with those strawberry-looking mushrooms like the rest of the tiles are. We're walking into the light.
All right, let's see what we got here. Old dilapidated subway.
It's my favorite kind.
It's the only kind. How many games have a clean subway? Not too many.
You are right about that.
1 out of 10. Oh man, that's a fierce red beard character.
I know, I spent too much time picking it.
All right, let's see what we got here. So not to be confused with the fog walls of Dark Souls, these are smoke gates. They're not even the same thing. They're not even related. Didn't want anybody to confuse that. All right, who's going to go through that first?
I don't value my own life.
All right, coming with you.
Well, this doesn't look all that inviting.
It does not. It's overcome with tree business.
So another seeks the root's counsel. Closer, child. It's you, the one who washed ashore. We see all things. We are the root mother.
I think we should go on a quest to get her some lotion.
Yeah.
Which the root speaks. What is it you seek?
What is it that I see? Thanks for the follow, Angel 8 Cross. Do we ask her how to get through the storm, or do we say we're looking for the founder?
It's your game. It's up to you.
Will what I say materially affect how much pain we're about to take?
It won't affect the pain that you're gonna. It'll affect the information that you have going.
That's fair enough. Let's see. Let's be honest.
The founder, consumed by
Apparently, you're looking for
desolation and pride.
the guy that started
Gone
Kentucky Fried
beyond
Chicken.
this world,
I believe that was
an
his name, the founder.
unwitting harbinger.
No, that's McDonald's.
Could it be? Has the hour come?
Well, the timeline with the 60s matches up. We're looking for Ray Kroc.
Exactly, right? Ray Kroc. That's who we're looking for.
You seek to end the
Well, didn't he
Being
technically
discovered.
steal McDonald's from someone else and just popularized the franchising of the
knows
the locations?
Maybe this is a maybe.
I
this
watched
is
that
like
Michael
now-
Keaton movie, so I know my history, you know.
I know, but I'm just saying maybe this is like a vengeance movie, like Man on Fire,
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to find him,
When bonds
return
will
McDonald's to
break,
the rightful heir.
Will you protect? Will
You got a question in chat. Is there any future plan to get a hold to run toggle, or not only a toggle in the future?
I think it is on the list. We have a lot of community suggested features that we've put on our list of things we'd like to do. We're
But I
mostly
cannot
focused on
answer what they
just
must not know.
performance, memory
Not
stability,
over
things like that, as well as balance. They're two different
We
teams, but at the
know
same
how
time,
to
we
find
have this
the
list
path you
of
seek, but
features
they
like that we
must
really
not
want to get in.
hear. Protect us, you must, or nothing will be learned.
So we're gonna have to protect her to learn. I apologize for this ridiculous noise in the background. I think someone's breaking in the house. At least there better be. They're with this noise.
This vessel, once a child, now a watcher, awaiting the end of a beginning, a prophecy. The
Okay,
root
lady, we will
not
protect you.
release This vessel without consequence. You must defend us.
Uh-oh. What have you done?
This is what happens when you don't take Arbor Day seriously.
Oh, no. I'm surprised we don't have a weed whacker game. I think we need one. Okay. Nice job. Oh, this is bad. Nice job. Nice job. There you go. I'm gonna go stand in front of the old root hag here. Give her the linebacker block. Oh, there's another bad guy. Wait a minute. Alright, this is bad news. Alright, I'm out. I'm on vacation. Well,
Oh,
two down.
me too.
2 down. This is bad. This doesn't look good. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It looks like there's a meeting over by the root hag. All right,
Just had my spine rearranged.
let's cut that out of the screen. Live edit. Let's try again. We got this.
Once again, we have been birthed by the giant Mike and Ike.
I wonder if we smell like sugar.
I definitely don't.
All right, let's try this again. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Swinging that hammer. All right.
Ben, how viable would you say a melee only build would be?
It's viable in most of the game, but it's much harder. And then there's some bosses and enemies that you just can't hit with melee. That's something we've been talking about, thinking about ways that we could improve that for the people that do want to play only melee. But I've seen people get very, very far with just melee, but yeah, there are certain things that melee just doesn't allow. Uh-oh, bad news. Oh, I'm smoked. One of my rattleweed nerfs.
Chris, keep that. Try to shoot him to distract him, and I'll revive Ben.
Nice. Nice pickup.
Or that works.
Well, all right. I'm gonna clean it so the big guy is on, which means we can focus on the little guys here. 16 seconds. We got this. Uh-oh. All right. First try.
One-shotted.
One shot.
I just shot fire into your butt and it woke you up.
Nice job. All right, somebody needs to talk to the kind old lady.
Thank you. Soon, I have the information you seek. I will aid you. First, look there, the wall. There is a path beyond. Find the path. Then seek me out among your...
Question here from the chat. What influenced the decision to roll with Unreal Engine 4 over something like Unity?
In due time.
The That's probably not a question for me. I just know that it's just really easy to work with. A lot of us have experience with it. Although some of us have experience with Unity as well. I think it's just one of those things that just came down to choice. It seemed like the best option for us.
Were the first two Darksiders games on Unreal? I can't remember if that was Unreal 3 or
No, actually, they were on our own engine.
custom job.
Yep, the old custom job.
Although I guess as games get way more complex and more expensive to produce, I guess having a well-supported engine off the bat can take a lot of load off the development team.
Absolutely. I mean, to make an engine yourself, it takes quite a while. And nowadays, like you said, engines are so robust and they do so many things, and there's so much documentation out there as well, and people are just familiar with it. It just makes it a lot easier to get where you want to go a little bit quicker. You want to go head back to the base and we can talk to Mother and maybe level up a little bit?
Yeah, we'll juice up our guns a bit.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So Root Mother is over here. You can talk to her. Then we can level up our guns and stuff.
And then we go talk to the predictably English blacksmith.
But to find him, you must first open the labyrinth. It is a crossroad of many places. I guided him to the labyrinth, as I guide you.
Yeah, look at she can't even stand up. We should get her put the box under her.
I'm surprised that she was willing to assemble her little hut of the core area using wood furniture.
Yeah, very true.
She doesn't hold a grudge, apparently.
I guess not. She's probably a nice person inside.
Take care. Greetings, child.
All right, let's see what we can upgrade here.
All right, really mad engine girl. Let's see what she's got for us.
Yeah,
Let's trade.
worth my time.
We can buy 2 weapon mods from her. A Hunter's Mark. Arcading enemies in the 35 meters for the caster and their allies. And we have a Mender's Aura. We can create a healing pool that heals 10 health per second, lasts for 10 seconds.
There we go. I'm all over.
I've got work to do.
And an English guy, juice my gun up a little bit in exchange for this iron. I'd like to see your wares. Another question from the chat. The game is very beautiful. Was there a major inspiration for the artists and animators, as well as for the art director, Mr. Cullen?
Was there? I didn't hear that last part. What was the inspiration?
Yeah, was there a major inspiration for the artists and animators, as well for art director, Mr. Cullen?
Anything you need?
I'm not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're. I think the creative director Dave Adams, had a vision for the core areas that he wanted to see in the game, and then he just unleashed the environment team. He said, "This is what we're looking for. We're looking, it's a dilapidated subway. We're looking Earth 80 years later. We're looking, a crazy wasteland that's a really, really cool contrast to not only Earth, the Earth environment, but itself in some ways, because it has both, technology and tribalism at the same time. That's something you get there, you can check that out as well.
So I'm going to need forged iron to continue upgrading my stuff. Is that going to be a drop, or do I need to upgrade my basic boy iron?
To do which? What are you trying
I
to do?
noticed to progress my current items via upgrade at Englishman, I would need forged iron material. Wasn't sure if that
Are
was a
you at
specific
+5
drop.
now?
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so if you look at your and you can look at the item level of each of your pieces. So if your weapon is +5, because you're probably, like you said, you need, then there's two things you can do. One, if you level up all of your gear mostly equally, then the game will start dropping the gear you need for the next tier. But also you can get to the next
I'm not in the mood for
major
chat.
biome, and it will also start dropping.
All right, makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's do some trait business here, aka our attributes. We've unlocked the ability to use Shadow Walker, Will to Live, and Mother's Blessing in addition to the basic 4 we had. We can reduce our range damage here, we can increase our wounded health, and we can also decrease the enemy's awareness of us, I guess, if we want to be more sneaky. Not necessarily have to engage with every single enemy in the open world.
Yeah, it's much, I would say it's much more effective when you're build long range weapon like the hunting rifle or even the sniper rifle. Lets you get just a little bit closer, make sure you're inside that damage fall off range, so you're still ideal damage for that weapon. It also stops you from getting surprised quite as much with buildings. You know, you triggering enemies a little bit closer. Well, not triggering them closer. I'm gonna head over to Mike and Ike.
All right.
What do you need?
So as I collect iron in our next adventure, I'm going to use it to dump into my armor, as I just realized I've been ignoring it like a moron. I'm a glass cannon.
Best
that works.
defense is a good offense.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, if I could aim.
Well, if you play the harder difficulties, definitely you get either 1 or 2 shot in Nightmare. At that point, you just load everything into offense and go ham. All right, let's see where we're headed now.
Squires, I'm not 100% sure. It appears that they are from some sort of internal combustion engine.
What was the question?
But are those cylinder heads on my hammer?
Oh, they're like, I think they are. Like some cylinder heads or carburetors or something. Yeah, exactly. Hey, they just cobbled together everything that they had, right? You got to make a hammer out of used car parts or out of an old tire, I think.
That English blacksmith MacGyver we keep at the core. He can come up with anything.
He's got a sense of style though, because some of his armor is pretty fancy looking. Like that hunter gear.
Yeah, it's not all function over form.
Well, like this, like the cultist gear here, that's pretty stylish. It's a stylish piece of gear. All right. Let's see where we're headed now.
My bad for not going to the proper checkpoint.
That's okay. Just remember, you can always do last check, which is pretty handy, but it's not too far of a walk. I mean, it's the apocalypse. Nobody's gonna rush. Nice job. All right, which way do you want to go? You guys are.
Just yell at me and tell me to do. I work better under pressure of not having to make decisions.
All right, look at these guys.
Now I know why that tree lady was all up on me about taking the ranged reduction. Now that we're entering the area with ranged guys.
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of laid out that way in some cases.
It's almost like you guys designed it intentionally to be like this.
Hey, perhaps we did. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it's Maybelline. I'm just following you, sticking close. Bringing up the rear with my stylish haircut.
Can't believe you guys gave guns to a tree.
Guns to a tree? I mean, maybe they appropriated the technology. You never know, right? Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Concept artists have some wild imaginations, but I love the enemy design. Where are you headed?
Question from the chat says, it's obvious that a lot of work was put into the story and the lore so far, and it shows. Are there any quote-unquote secrets that the community has yet to uncover?
Secrets, that's a hard one. I'm not sure, actually, everything is discovered. But I do know that the community has yet to decipher all of the meanings of everything. There's a lot of, I don't know if it's hidden meanings or just things that need to be put together. Like, they got to put two and two together to understand what some of the computer screens mean and what some of the people are saying, because sometimes they're vague. And I don't think up to this point anybody has completely figured it out or figured out all the things. As far as actual secrets in the game to pick up or to do, I think the community is pretty quick on those. They're pretty fast. But we've got more coming too, so for anybody that's figured out and got, seen everything, we definitely have some more stuff coming. But for now, how about a tree that's magician? There's like, oh man, we got everybody, we got the whole gang. But this is bad news.
Oh, that was not an enemy. Whoops.
It's called friendly fire. You didn't mean it. Alright, there's a...
Oh, this was bound to happen once you gave guns to the trees.
Exactly, right? Guys. Okay, cool. Nice job. That was a lot of guys right there.
So would it be fair to say that there are other random guys that come through this area so that the trees would feel the need to have all these guns ready? Like, clearly this is a rough neighborhood, or they feel the need that, you know,
yeah,
to justify having these.
I honestly don't know why they have, but I think it's like, what are they protecting now? Because they already won, right? I think they're like the last. Oh, you got 9 electrons. That looks good. They're like kind of the enforcers. They stuck around after they kicked everybody on Earth's butt, Earth's butt, and they're just kind of patrolling and making sure maybe we don't rise up. And the weaponry may have come from Earth. It may have come from another area. That's something that people have to figure out. That it may also not be their truth. Nice. Nice job. Okay. All right, looks like we got a little outpost going up here. Oh. Nice job. Uh-oh, that sounds bad.
There's a lot of gurgling noises there.
Bad. Oh, it's Juggernaut. We got a Juggernaut. Nice job. All right, we got a little outpost here we could head over to.
I love this NPC up here.
I think he's probably the best character in it. Definitely a fan favorite. I wonder if he's even here.
I hope so. I'm hungry. I could use some stew.
Need some stew? Maybe he's gonna eat it all. You hear him talking to his stew before?
Yeah, I remember he was. My wife and I were sitting listening to him and cracking up. He said something like, "Stu, it's nothing personal, but I'm gonna eat you. I made
Yep,
you,
I'm
and I
gonna eat
can."
Yeah.
Come in. Old Batu's home is yours. Mi casa e su casa, as my ma used to say. At least I think that's what it means.
His mother spoke Spanish.
What brings you up here? Come to chat? Come to trade?
Is what?
He says, my mother always used to say, mi casa, su casa.
Pretty common
Well,
phrase.
sure. Just an old mudder living out the end of the world, huh? And this old heliocopter makes a mighty good sniper's nest for any dead wood what come waltzing by. This is my lonely at times. But that makes the occasional visitor all the sweeter. Listen to me talking your ear off already. I got a million stories, but I'm sure you're here for a reason. So, what's your deal? What don't I got's a better question. Let's see. What would a youngin' like you want to hear? Before the Mud Dogs were the Mud Dogs, we were the Crazy Eight. The best goddamn scroungers you ever seen. We scavenged everywhere, saw everything. Working aerial planes.
Getting all his stories.
The sky.
I'm taking in the lore as hard as possible. Question from the chat.
Saw things there.
The game offers a large variety of enemies to encounter, but everything is based as a threat you can defeat solo. Are there any plans in the future for new enemies that are oriented towards cooperative gameplay?
Oh, absolutely. I think originally we wanted to make sure that you could experience the game, like I said, solo or multiplayer, 2-player, 3-player. But going forward, obviously we want to keep that, but I think as we design new bosses with new mechanics, we can ensure that there's some more cooperative elements with, you know, when you're in 2-player or 3-player, that's you actually have to put together. But I mean, that does run the risk of making a boss way harder or way easier in solo or multiplayer. But I guess that's always going to be the case no matter what happens. So, did you want to guys touch the candy?
This is what I live for.
He's going off about his. All right.
As an appreciator of stew, I understand this guy's his feelings.
All right, where are we headed here?
Well, there's
some
no
more gun
cardinal
trees.
directions on our compass map here, so it's hard to tell. This
Well, it
could be
doesn't
north.
rotate. Let's see. Yeah, we could go down there. Go down south a little bit. See anything good? It's like a car graveyard over here. Uh-oh. I hear somebody. Oh. I think I saw a guy in here. I'm not sure where. Upstairs. Nope. Oh, yeah, there he is.
I can hear him.
Get this guy here. Uh-oh, little hollow. Nice save. Let's see where we're headed here. Oh, this looks good. All right, this looks good. It's like a little quarantine area over here.
I love the sky in this area.
It's a big ass
crazy.
tree up there.
What do they say? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. I don't know how it goes. Red sky in the morning,
Sailor's warning.
Yeah, exactly. This doesn't. I don't know. This doesn't look that good for us. Well, let's see what happens. Actually, I can't tell. Is it daytime or nighttime? Is it dusk or is it dawn?
In real life?
No, I mean in the game here.
Well, I'm in some sort of dark room. I can't tell what time of day it is anymore. 2019 has just kind of been a blur.
There you go. All right, here we go. Get some candy. All right. We've got one of our trademark smoke gates. Seems bad for us. Although the sign does say that there's gas in it.
I've got a lot of experience having gas, so this should work out well
There you
for
go.
us.
There you go. Maybe we can use it to our advantage. Let me get in front of you.
This
first.
looks like a big battle arena, or we might have some sort of big battle. Might be with this guy.
No, I feel like he's our friend.
Yeah, I think he's on our side. I mean, he seems to be made out of wood and he breathes.
Why are we not just carrying a super soaker full of Roundup? I mean, Monsanto was founded by the 60s, right?
True.
Although that would take longer than bullets.
Oh man, I'm on fire. Not in a good way.
We gotta lure him to stand on one of these piles of oil.
Alright, so we got some
Here come the
of
ads.
the immolators here too, yep. Oh, he's doing something. Yeah, there we go. That's bad, that's bad. Oh, nice. Nice cover. I didn't even... Oh, that's bad. That's bad for me. Not my best day. Alright. Nice job. Almost halfway.
Need to find some bullets.
Some ads coming behind here too. Try to help out.
Let me just take that fireball right in the face.
Get down, Mr. President.
I am down.
Alright, okay, we'll come get you.
To make it easier on us, I also went down.
Oh, this is bad.
This
Oh,
is
we're
the opposite of good.
It is the opposite of good, I agree. Almost 50%. That's not bad for a...
No, that's pretty good for a first try.
Yeah.
Now let's do our real first try.
Yeah, real first try. I mean, if you can do 50% in your first try...
Out of habit, I activated the burn mod on my gun, and then it hit me that he's kind of like a drag.
Yeah, he's about... I think he's either 25 or 50 resistant to fire. Which is, let's be honest, doesn't make sense out of the...
I get hit with a fireball immediately coming through the wall. Alright, let's...
should have gone together.
I'm gonna aim at that yellow thing this time.
Okay. Got some ads coming now. Oh shoot, this is bad. Oh, is he rearing up? Get a couple hits on him? He's rearing up there every once in a while and exposing his conspicuously placed weak spot. Alright. Uh-oh. Stop, drop, and roll. Okay, I'm coming.
Yeah, I can't stop being on fire.
So yeah, as soon as you're on fire, you gotta dodge. Mash dodge. Stop, drop, and roll. Oh, this is bad.
I was so focused on changing mods that I let myself go down.
Okay. Try to make it over to you. We need a distraction. Okay, there we go. That's bad. Alright, there you go. I think I got you.
Thank you, thank you.
I only got one heart after this. Whew. Bad news, bad news. I'm on fire now. They have no hearts now, so strategy from now on is nobody dies. A new strategy.
I feel like that would work.
I just came up with it. Okay. There we go. Ooh, okay. Oh, nice heal right there. I'm out. I'm out. Oh, you're out.
Oh, damn.
Nothing like a fireball.
Had that heal mod going, and everything was going great for about 5 seconds there.
It's all up to you. You can do it.
Well,
All right, this is the run.
this is the one.
run.
This is for real.
Third try. Third try. That's what they say, right? Third try is the charm.
This time I'm gonna try shooting the dragon.
There you go. I think one trick to remember is if we don't shoot the immolators, you can melee them to death, and they're not going to damage you. But if we shoot them, it makes it harder. Oh, this is bad.
I noticed the dragon lights them up too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm in. All right, here we go. Watch out for his breath. Here's the breath. All right, there. Nice job. Nice nails. There you go. Perfect. Put that hammer to use. Oh, let's shoot him in the chest. That was nice. I like what you're doing here, team. Nice stagger. All right, keep an eye on those yeah. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad for me. Okay, well that's terrifying. I think you should rear up pretty soon too. You got some ads. Try to clear these ads. Yeah, I think if one person stays on ad duty.
You can distract
get
him. I'll go
murdered.
revive. Crap.
I'm just trying to shoot him in the face. We got okay, so there's some ads coming.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go try to kill a couple. Let's see if he rears up. I'm down. I'm down. You guys can do it. You got him below half. You got this. Roll again, get that fire up. Nice. All right, there's a guy behind you. He's gonna get you. Nice. There you go. All right, now you can resonate.
I'm out of hearts.
Oh no. All right.
I got some. If we want to switch sides.
Yeah. Bleeding out. Bleeding out. Like rearing up. Perfect. Perfect. Kill these ads. Oh, that was bad of me. Ooh. Nice job. Look at the damage. There we go. Light him up.
Oh. I got murdered on that one. You guys can finish him off. I believe in you. I'm sorry, Skankor. I'm trying to kill the monster.
Oh, we were so close. Oh, nice.
There we go.
Nice nicely.
What a champion. Skank, I'm not reading the chat from you because it's you. I don't respect you as a person.
Pretty good. That was a good effort. You guys did a ton of damage.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
All right, let me go res you guys. Walk here by myself. Feels bad.
I like how after we died, you turned on the dev-only trainer to cheat your way to that win.
Take no damage.
Make me look like garbage.
I think you guys did the majority of the damage. I was just running around killing ads. I just jumped in the last second to get the glue.
That's why I never SM'd you about the chew. Oh, I guess I better go check my inbox. I apologize for that.
There you go.
If you delete your account, yeah, that is something you can do now.
Want to head up to this suspicious building, and then it's up to you how much to play.
The
I'm
chat,
up for it.
Yeah, whatever you would like to do, we are happy to accommodate.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Well, that turned everything from strawberry colored to purple colored.
Yep.
This must mean something, or it wouldn't have fallen out of the sky right in front of us.
Looks suspicious, so I'm going to let you investigate.
Chat question: the root is quite analogous and comparable to the Borg. Is this some Star Trek shit? Are we ever going to find out the origins of the root?
I think you will find out. I think that's part of our plan over time is to reveal more. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be put together by the players as well. It's available in the game, and like I said, you put 2 and 2 together, you might come up with what's actually happening.
Human, the core is rotten. The root corrupts everything. Why do you distract the keeper? Insignificant. Chance of success negligible.
This is like in The Matrix when Keanu was talking to Colonel Sanders in that room with all the TVs.
The labyrinth arose, and I can behold the tide. On the other hand, your journey is not guaranteed to fail. Very well. Enter and see. The labyrinth holds all doors and infinite possibilities. If the path you require exists, it lies within. This is the maximum help I can provide at the moment. All endeavors will fail if I do any more.
This guy's helpful like a tech support call to Comcast. Still, we're earning Chivos, we're getting Scrunker. This is crazy looking.
And it goes way up,
This
too.
does
Way
not
up.
seem like Earth.
I would say that's a safe assessment.
This
of the
is more
scenario.
like New Jersey.
Yeah. Long Island, maybe? Oh, okay.
This planet, wherever we are, though, still has these big-ass Mike and Ikes with the particle physics. They
Guys,
must
quick
all be
change of
interconnected.
plans. I actually have to go, but Chris, thank you for having me on, and Ben, thanks a lot for playing. It's a great game. I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this has been
absolutely.
great. Yeah, Ben, I don't want to keep you any longer than needed if you have, important business to be on.
Well, we're at a good stopping point, but I'd like for you to come.
Mm-hmm.
We can look at this next area. quick,
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
check out this
I can tip that
architecture.
up. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is wild.
Yeah, the labyrinth definitely has some major. So if you ever want to dip out of New Jersey, that's the way. Let's do it.
So this is the way to... Is this the way to Delaware?
Yeah, exactly. This is Kansas. We're going back to Kansas.
I'm not sure if those states actually touch. I've never seen a map. I'm public school educated in the deep south. And now it looks like we're in southern Utah. I'm not sure. This person seems to think we're important.
Great King, I did not expect... You? You are not he. Yet you have opened the gates. A second Nui? It must be... Forgive my confusion, unheralded one.
She thinks we're a Nui. We need to find out what that is.
Herald of the Guardian.
Is it someone important? Is it a racial slur? There's no way to know until we talk to her more.
Nui?
Exactly. You got to find out. Might be complimenting you, might
Ooh.
not be.
So this is like the scene in Ghostbusters when they had the chance to answer the ghost or Gozerian. It's, are we a god or are we not a god? I'm trying to remember how that played out. I guess we should say that we are.
Of course, O artful one. May the black sun consume me in my ignorance.
Yeah, tell me what this place is.
Honor the sands of the eastern
Oh, she's a foot perv.
one. Whatever your purpose, we are blessed by your presence.
Let her know we're looking for Ford.
Like you, inimitable one. At least I have never seen your like. I know none of that name or description. There is one who might know, but he is not one to give information willingly. Except perhaps to another Nui.
Mm-mm.
So we're gonna have to be taken to Club Nui to get more information.
Exactly. It sounds like a nightclub.
Of course. Forgive my deliberation, ardent one. His name is Islan, the Undying King. No doubt he will be...
He's undying until we pump a bunch of slugs into him.
To meet. Arrive.
Maybe.
Yeah, lady, this seems a little suspicious. You're too eager.
Like all Akari, I am
You must
only
fight the
able to
unbeatable,
guard
never
and
killable
restored,
guy.
a planet
Okay.
reborn. O discerning one, it is my joy then, my great honor, to help you. None.
How busy is Club Nui on a night like tonight? She's gonna tell us.
You're going to find out, I think.
The Guardian. Your arrival is unprecedented. He rules from the Citadel, in the canyons beyond the Black Sun Gate.
Oh, looks like we're gonna go beyond the Black Sun Gate.
Time forgotten. Oh, go well, enlightened
Go
one.
well, enlightened one. Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity for you to jump out, but it's super fun playing with you, and if you want to play again sometime, let me know.
Yeah, this has been awesome. I'm glad that you took the time to roll with us and put up with
Of course.
90 straight minutes of stupidity and bad play.
No, it's fine. It's super fun. I love playing the game. I've played it hundreds and hundreds of hours. I'm still playing it.
That's
It's
awesome.
super fun to play with
Well,
players as well.
Before we wrap up here, is there any thing you'd like to say to the fans or to those watching? Any last second plugs or anything like that you want to? Things
Well,
to touch on in case you still have, if Jason from PR is still around and is poking you with a
Well, I would say
nightstick or whatever.
The main thing is just, a huge thanks to all the people that are playing the game and supporting the game and giving us feedback as well. Some people really love what we're doing. Some people, have issues with other things, and we're taking all of the feedback, both positive and more critical, and allowing that to help drive where this game goes in the future, because it was our game before we released it. Now it's everybody's game. We want to make sure that these players still have really fun and exciting to do, discover new ways to play, and that's all coming in the future. So thanks for supporting us.
That's awesome. Thank you for joining us here today. I threw a link to the Steam store page in the chat for anybody that is interested in getting on it. If I'm not mistaken, at least for North American customers or in the United States, the game is on sale on Steam right now for $39.99. So the barrier to entry is low, and you're still getting a full-blown AAA experience, full-blown co-op. Lots of replayability with the procedural generation on the dungeons you enter, and obviously you can see the game runs great. The internet connection, as far as how we play, we jump into the game easily. It all worked real well, and without a doubt, even though that one last root dragon kind of roughed me up and my feelings are hurt, I still had a good time. Love seeing him go down.
Awesome. Yeah,
But,
had a great time too.
Again, we mentioned at the top of the stream, you can also check him out on Twitter at gunfire_game or remnant_game, I believe is what it is. And Jason and Ben, I want to thank you guys again for joining us. This has been awesome stream here today. And like you said, we'll hit you up again, maybe do a little more of this in the future.
Yeah, please do. We look forward to it.
All right, well, that'll wrap up today's episode of the Shack stream. And if you guys want any more info on the game or you want to check out our Shacknews review, you can find us on the website, shacknews.com, on Twitter at Shacknews. And obviously, you can check back here for streams daily on our Twitch channel. So you guys have a good evening, and we'll catch you on the flip side.